Greetings, Internet faithful. I am some guy named Rob from On Your Marks Wrestling, and this is WWE Backlash, or I should say, Rob Recaps Backlash. This isn't going to be much of a recap, folks. I'm going to give you the TLDR on this. This show was a complete waste of time. It was the second straight week that the WWE puts a house show on the network. Why do I call it a house show? Well, one, no titles changed hands. Two, every match, to a fault, was predictable as hell. In fact, other than that music video theme song and sort of the official theme song called Champions, I think, by whatever band recorded it, the theme of the matches was the heels get 90 to 95% of all offense in the match, and then in the last 5 minutes of the match, or 2 minutes of the match really, the faces finally turn it around and pick up the victory. Seth Rollins versus The Miz. Well, The Miz dominates early. He basically dominates about 90% of the match, and Rollins turns it around in the end, wins it with a stomp. You get the WWE Raw Women's Championship. You get 90% of the offense was put on by Alexa Bliss, and then in the last couple of, literally like the last move, was Alexa going for Twisted Bliss. She gets caught in midair, turned into a Samoan drop. 1, 2, 3, Nia Jax retains. U.S. title match. This one may be a little bit more balanced because going into the match, you didn't have a clearly defined face and heel, but Randy Orton kind of takes that role of the heel, and he dominates the match, gets most of the offense, and at the last, possible moment, teasing an RKO, the RKO is reversed into a twist of fate, Swanton Bomb, 1, 2, 3, Jeff Hardy retains. Big Cass versus Daniel Bryan. Okay, maybe a little bit more balanced at the beginning. Daniel Bryan did get some strikes in, but for the most part, Big Cass dominates. The comeback, the win, and Daniel Bryan makes Cass tap out. I could go on. This was a waste of time. None of the matches ended in really a satisfactory way. The fact that they kind of recreated the double knockout from the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where Mankind and The Rock fought for the WWE Championship and knocked each other out with steel chair shots to the head. Doing this, but kind of with a double nut shot. With Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. I approved of the double countout in Jeddah. I thought that doing that was a clever way to set up a match like this where you could get a definitive winner and move along. They didn't do this. They're prolonging it for some reason. I don't know why. Just like for the Universal Championship, where the WWE can't seem to get over the fact that Roman Reigns has to beat Brock Lesnar and become the new champion. And let's face it, this is going to happen at Money in the Bank. They can't for some reason seem to put any kind of closure to AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't know why they didn't just let Nakamura win the championship and then you have AJ Styles chasing, which is always a good thing when you have a heel champion and a face chasing after him. In theory, anyway, with Roman Reigns chasing the title now, it's just really stupid because the WWE Universe does not give a shit about Roman Reigns. Then, of course, you've got the tag team match with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens facing off against Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. This match happened 2 weeks ago on Raw, and you get pretty much the same result as 2 weeks ago on Raw. The only thing now is that they're teasing yet another time that they're finally going to turn Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn against each other, but they're not going to do it. It's going to be another fake out because the WWE is allergic to giving fans what they want. See main event, Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe completely dominates the entire match with the exception of the finish, which is where you get a spear, 3 count. Reigns is victorious. No one cares. You could immediately see they were cutting to the crowd to try and get the crowd shots of people cheering Roman Reigns. And instead what you got were people immediately getting up, leaving their seats, and walking out of the arena. In fact, I'm going to go on record. I'm going to say that the most entertaining spot of the night, the most entertaining part of the night was Elias. Elias coming to the ring, being interrupted by the New Day. How he didn't start corpsing in the ring when the New Day started doing their marching band thing was incredibly impressive to me. Then he's interrupted by, No Hey Jose and his conga line, and then you get Rusev Day, and you get all kinds of things in there. And it was completely absurd. It was sort of a palate cleanser that everybody needed. It was actual entertainment along with the sports entertainment. The problem is that everything else stunk like a house show. As I look back on this show and I look back on this week in general since they've come back from Saudi Arabia, it's almost like the WWE Universe watched Monday Night Raw and then they saw SmackDown. Both shows were incredibly lackluster. They were not very good. They were not especially entertaining. And the fans said, well, okay, at the very least, we know that Backlash is going to be okay because the creative team could not possibly do worse than Raw and SmackDown this week. And WWE Creative gave the WWE Universe a collective hold of our beer. And they went to work and they created this show. And it was shit. It was complete shit. There was, I can't, the opening match was the best match of the night. And it wasn't really as good as the one that was on Monday Night Raw versus, between Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. It just wasn't. Anyway, I'm going to cut this short because I don't think this pay-per-view deserves any more of my time. We'll see you tomorrow for our Monday Night Raw recap. Take it easy.